Hello, I'm Linda from Scullywag Services, and I want to show you a little bit about Google My Business today. Google My Business is a free service from Google, and it's just an incredible asset. If you're not using it, I think you should sincerely think about using it. Some people just don't have the time or the technical bent to use it successfully, and in that case, there's people like me that are more than willing to help you do so. So let's dive in and have a look. So if we were to go to the front page of Google and type in a business name, if the business has a Google My Business page and it's been verified, it will show up here. So you can see this is mine for Scullywag Services. It has the address, the opening hours, my phone number. You can book an appointment. So just by clicking that, it will take you to my appointment page. You can see here I've got an app that puts the reviews I get from my Google My Business page here, and then people can just go through and book a consultation. And yes, because this is mine, I can go in and edit it. So you can see over here they're encouraging people to get more reviews for their business, and they've got a nice easy link here that people can just copy and paste. Actually, I have over here on my website actually implemented that. And I've used these two things, which I'll show you how they work in a minute. But you can put the link here so that when somebody clicks on it, it goes straight to your Google Maps and it automatically pops up with the review box. They can rate you by stars and also share some details, and they can include a photo if they wish. And you can see that there's other details about the business there too. You can have posts on the Google My Business page, which is a very good thing. You can see how many views you've had. You can create other posts. So if you've got a new offer or a new event or a new product, so you would just go in, upload a photo. So this is a photo. What do we got? One of my clients does modifications to quads and bikes. So we can put in a price here. In this case, you can see because I'm in Australia, it is in Australian dollars. If you're in America, it would be American dollars, etc. It's a little bit of a pain because I do business with clients overseas as well. It would be handy to be able to have American dollars as well, but that's just the way it is. I do get around that by just putting it in the description, the American price as well. This is just a random amount I've put in there. If there was a range, you could put in here, so it could go from a minimum of 300 to say up to 1,000, and you can see that. And you put in details, so we make your stuff go faster. And you can see here, you've got 1,500 characters to do. You can put a button on here. You can have book, order online, buy, learn more, sign up, or call now. And you can preview it. So if you had something, and then if you put order online or the same for buy now or buy, you need a link. So that's not a real link, that's just a pretend one, but you can see it puts up a buy button and it would take you to that website. If you're happy with how it all looks, you can publish it and it's there. With events, you can see here they've got a start and an end date. I believe it goes up to a year in advance. So you can add a time as well, particularly if you're doing something that's, running from say 7 p.m. till midnight or something, or whatever hours. An offer, this might be like how they have here, 20% off in store or online. Again, you might be, just say we were doing a Christmas offer. You might want to do that from, say, November 30th, midnight, to Christmas Eve at, say, 11:30. It doesn't say what time zone this is, but this would, I assume, be set for whatever time zone your business address is for. Add more details. You could change the photo, put in something a little bit more festive. This is nice. This is something I was given by a client. She does a lot of lovely artwork. And then you would publish it. You can see the preview there, Christmas offer, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you wouldn't say we make your stuff go faster. That was just carry on from the previous one, but you can see the valid dates from 30th of the 11th, 2019, which is how the date format is done in Australia, to the 24th of the 12th, 19 at 11:30 p.m. What you can do to, if it's an ongoing offer, it's just once a year, you need to go in and update that. So yes, you can create a post, you can add photos. This is just details about your Google My Business. You've got photos by the owner. Customers can also do it. Customers that are buying things, as I was talking about that one client who does performance modifications, his clients love showcasing, look at my bike, it's so fast. Or if you were a fashion label, you might have customers who are wearing your designs somewhere. If you were a restaurant or something, you might have customers taking photos of the food or a party there and putting it up there. You've got video. This one here is actually the Google one, just shows outside the business. You can add your own videos. I'm not sure if there's a limit to it. It may only be a few minutes, but it may not. I'm not entirely sure about that. You can put in interiors, exteriors, which again, this is just a Google generated one. At work, put in your team, that's just me, and then your identity, which would be like your logo and your cover photo. You can sort by date or popularity. So, and you can create an ad for Google AdWords here. It just gives you an idea of what's been happening. Oh yes, over the past 28 days. So it's been pretty slow. I haven't posted anything lately. And to be honest, I've been focusing more on client websites and designs, but still, that's not too bad. You can see search views are up a little bit. Map views, 43. Google virtual tours. Get your ad back on Google. You can see what your business looks like on maps or on search. That just shows you what it looks like to somebody else. Well, actually, it doesn't really, because it still shows up as mine. But you can see that's what that looks like. Customer photos. I assume that possibly you get to edit that customer photos if you're not happy with what they've put up there, or it's a little bit risque or something. Learn more about your business. This is insights. Tells you how many searches, whether it's direct or discovery. So you can see 18 direct searches. So that means they went in and they typed in Scullywag services, and there's been 5. They found your listing searching for a category, product or service. Businesses with recent photos typically receive more clicks to their website, so they're encouraging you to post photos. There's a lot of really good advice on here. You can sort it out by 1 week, 1 month, or 1 quarter. You can see here the queries. There's something here. Somebody tried to type in business or something, but It didn't work. I'll be interested to see what that came up with actually. Also business management services, business open today, business service, open for business, social media consultant, web design Salisbury, which is the next suburb over and where I lived till about a month or two ago. Did we do the quarter? That's the quarter and the 1 month. Where your customers view your business on Google, listings on search or listings on maps, you can see the difference here. This is what your business will look like on maps. And maps is very important too, because when people get on their mobile device and search for something, if you have a Google My Business profile and you're in that local area, particularly if you're well reviewed and just, getting a lot of traffic, there's a chance that you might pop up quite high, and I'll show you that in a minute. So that's Google, that's on the maps, as opposed to on the search. In the search, it's a little bit different. And again, it's different on the phone too. So, insights. Listings on maps, sudden jump in map views. As I said, I moved, so I took the address off for a little while there. Listings on search, customer actions, what they've done, directions request, 13 requests for directions, phone calls, what's this? Oh, photo views. So this is you or me, and then there's businesses like you. So for some reason I got a big spike in photo views. Photo quality, number of photos that appear on your business compared to photos from other businesses. So I have more, well, it looks like I have an average of one more photo than most businesses. I need to update some of that as well, put in some more photos, because that does, it just helps. And this is all your just information. Name of the business, what you actually do, or your physical address. You don't have to have your address shown here. You will need to give your address so that Google can send you out a postcard so that they can verify the business. For some businesses, they may be able to do it via phone or other methods, but usually they will send out a postcard and it'll have a code on it which you need to put in the Google My Business, and that will verify your listing. It won't show up in search until that's done. You've got the service areas. Google My Business does particularly well for local businesses. If you were, for example, a fish and chip shop and in the local area, when somebody types in fish and chip shop, Google, particularly on a mobile phone, knows your location usually, so it will serve you up information. So let's have a look actually. So you can see here, Google wants to know your location. So it knows my location, and there's a fish palace, which I've got to say is really, really good. Because these businesses have Google My Business pages, they appear here. So you've got R&W Salisbury Takeaway. That's another local one. It's quite nice. Face Food Kebab Fish and Chips. Never heard of it. Logan Road. So that's a little bit further afield. But you can see here that it's got 65 reviews, an average of 3.8 for the reviews. So it's jumped up ahead of the Fish Palace. Mind you, the Fish Palace has 48 reviews and it has a higher review, 4.3. Salisbury Fish and Chips, or Salisbury Takeaway, only has 26, but it does have the highest rating. So it'll have a whole heap of places you can go through and see, and there's the map. And then underneath you have, first off, the first one is just a definition of what a fish and chip shop is. People also ask, and isn't that interesting? I suppose I should have put near me. So let's try that. Fish and chip shop near me. Isn't this interesting? Because the Fish Palace is literally walking distance away from me, it has now jumped to the top of the queue. Then the Salisbury one, which is also close, and then the Face Food Kebab Fish and Chips. So, and then the Fish Palace, you can see they've done well there. That's an Urban Spoon though, so that's a review site. Zomato again. TripAdvisor. So yeah, so it's quite interesting because if these businesses didn't have a Google My Business page, they're not going to appear here. These are Google My Business businesses. So, but for someone like me, I service a lot of countries. So I've got Australia, United States, Canada, yada, 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 as well as some of my local suburbs. For my opening hours, I just have open 24 hours a day. You might have noticed here, some of these will say closed. And that's one of the things that you can search by. You can search by rating. You can search by whether they're open anytime, open now, 24 hours. You know, if it was a Sunday and you want to know who was open on Sunday, well, you can even do it down by time. Visit history. Okay. Phone number. This is just to make your Google listing easier to find. It's just like a Twitter handle or a Facebook page handle. You put your website in there. Also the appointment URL. You've got your holiday hours. So for example, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, whether you're open or closed or what hours you're working. This is just something that it puts in. I don't know how you actually do this. For this one, it's obviously deduced that I'm a woman and that it's a woman-led business, so it's done that one. I didn't have to do anything about that. Just a quick blurb about what you offer when it opened. You can add photos. You can close or remove the listing. Code that is just for if you've got like a franchise or something. You've got labels for what you actually do, and if you've run ads, your AdWords will be there. And what else? We have our reviews. Show customers you care, one response at a time, so you should always reply to them. And if you have the Google My Business app, it will actually encourage you to do so. Messaging, same thing. It's through the app, and it's just something else that's really handy. If you're on a mobile device and you've got a question and you've searched for whatever the topic is, whether it's a service or a product, you've come across a business and you can see their Google My Business information there, and it has an option for you to message them direct. You know, it's just too easy. I mean, you don't even have to go to their website to do so. It's there. So it's just making things a little bit more, it's just easier for everybody. So you can also put in your services. As I was talking before about the post you can actually have photos, and you can put in quite a bit of information, and you can put in the price and a link to the website. But there's also just services, and I definitely recommend putting in the information here. There's no photos, but you can put in prices and sort them out by categories. So I've got website design, website care, social media, and additional services. Now, For people that don't have a website, this is something that can be quite interesting. So this isn't live, but this is what Google has done with my information that I've given it. And I'm not 100% sure about this, but this is the website here, I imagine. So it's not published, but if it was published, I imagine you could put this web address in to a browser and it will come up with this here. You can actually edit it a little bit, put in photos and change the theme, like if you wanted to have a different color. But you can see here, make an appointment, and it says, you know, what my designation is, where I am, my business hours. It's taken the photos I've used. It's taken the posts that I've done, put all that information together like that. It's gone through and done the services. So you've got testimonials. It encourages write a review or read more about us. Okay, so it's just prompting you to what to do. Gallery, contact us, tells you where you, shows you are on the map, which is really handy because Google's getting really quite funny with people using their maps on their own websites. They want you to jump through a few hoops for that now. Contacts, so call, address, and opening hours. It's not a over the top. It's just a very, very basic website, but it could certainly work. What have they got there? You can see your site is not yet published. I've got my own website, so I don't need that, but it is interesting. And I'll be interested to know, it's trying to encourage people to buy. You can see it gives some other options there to buy. Mine is actually scullywag.com. But if I didn't have a website and I wanted to, it looks like I could purchase that for $18 a year, which is a reasonable price, buy it. And I wonder if that would actually automatically bring this over here, which would be quite interesting. It's certainly a very budget conscious alternative for somebody who doesn't want to jump into their own website just yet. Users, this one will just have me because I manage my own, but I look after a lot of clients' websites. You can create an ad, add a new location, manage locations, which is, you can see I've got some of my clients on here. Some of them are still pending verification. The verification is just so that Google knows that you're a genuine business. Linked accounts. Okay, just my AdWords. Settings. Oh, okay, and this is just, you know, what you'll be notified by from Google regarding what's going on. You can put in your language, your preferred email. So yes, very interesting. So home, and I'll show you somebody else's. Let's have a look at Cycle Racing. This is the client that looks after high performance modifications for bikes and that. So for his, you can see it's got his address, and this shows me I visited last year. And for other clients who have been in the area, it's quite interesting because it'll show them, you know, when they were last there. It's got his phone number. You can put in some more information, business hours. He doesn't want his business hours there. He doesn't have an appointment link. He's kind of open all the time. You can see his reviews here. And it's encouraging us to add a post. We've got a lot of his stuff here. And go straight to the website to buy. Let's have a look. So you can see this has had 115 views, but no clicks. You can see the photos, reviews, get more reviews. This is interesting. It shows you what other businesses like his are posting, so you can see what's going on, get some good ideas. Get custom email at your business. That's interesting. Google G Suite is very much like Google Gmail. Yeah, and here it is. It's just encouraging him to get the Android app or the Apple app for it. And it really is, like I said, this way customers can message you directly and it just notifies you. You can go in and have a look at all this stuff on your phone. You can see here it's kind of saying complete your listing, add hours. So he doesn't want all that on there. Don't know if we've got his services on there yet. No, we haven't. So that's something that we need to update for his Google My Business. You can see here he's had 686 search views, down -9%. His map views, 1.68K, down 78%. And that's over the last 28 days. Searches and activity. So you can see he's had 58 website visits, 22 calls, 502 photo views, and 16 direction requests over the past 28 days. He is very, very busy, so hence why he's reluctant to kind of do some more work on this. But yes, photos. You can see we've got photos there. I think we've got some videos here. Oh, no, we haven't. But he has videos that we could certainly upload there and which we need to do. You can see the interior, the exterior. And yeah, we can see the cover photo and the logo. But definitely more can be done with that. Products beta. What is that about? Oh, 1,302 potential customers viewed your business on Google last month. Showcase products to them for free. Yeah, we need to do that. We're going to do that. That's going to be really good because you can do it as a post, but having products is really, really good. As I said, he's in America. It's possible that this is rolling out in America before Australia and some other countries, but very, very interesting. You can see users here. So you can see he's the primary owner. I'm the manager. Get custom Gmail. Manage location settings. I also want to show you something that Google My Business looks after. It's marketingkit.withgoogle.com. Free stickers, posters, social posts and more from your business profile on Google. And you can download these stickers to encourage people to review you. And in fact, here it is. On the testimonial submissions page, I've actually used that there. Just use the photos, review us on Google, follow us on Google. But if you had a bricks and mortar store, you would certainly want to get those printed out and encourage people. You know, sometimes people just need a little nudge, you know, review us on Google, follow us on Google. You could also share that on your social media. So I'm just going to go in and have a look at mine. So you've got the window stickers for your business. Download to print and share today. Download your free kit to print and share today. You download it. They come up quite big, actually. These are social media things, and you can see you can share it on Facebook, Twitter, or your Google My Business profile, which is not a bad thing. You can go in here. And next, choose the style and colour. So you've got some seasonal ones, summer, barbecue, you've got art, you've got Google ones, which they're pretty plain, sign script, You can pick a couple of colours or chalkboard. So let's have a look. So finish. So let's put this on Google. Review from a happy customer. Check out what I can do for you. And we'll put learn more. And we'll just put just the website address there. And you can see it's there. This is what I love. It does a little video for you, and I just think this is just incredible. It's very similar to what Facebook does when they do birthday videos and that for you. They just take your content and make a little video for you. And that's just a nice little ad to share with people. So you can share it on Facebook, on Twitter, or you can just copy the link. And if you actually follow that link, you'll see that it actually goes to YouTube, which is owned by Google. And it's part of this Google Small Business. It's unlisted, so it's not seen unless you have a link to it, but certainly something that you can show. And I just think it's cute. I think it's a great little gimmick. So you can see there's 20 likes on social media, on Facebook, 1 mention on Twitter. So yes, and if you go to Google Small Business, I have a feeling this is going to get a lot of information. Why would you not pay attention to what Google tells you about how to make your website more popular and desirable to website visitors? So it's all fairly simple, but if you'd like somebody to help you with this, I do offer a service for $149 Australian, or it's $99 American. Yep, $99 American. I set up your Google My Business. As it says there, it literally puts you on the map with Google. It's important for every business, but especially so for those serving a local community. So that's Google My Business. I think it's an incredible opportunity to promote your business online. And if you're a little bit hesitant to dive in yourself, I certainly am very willing and able to help you with that. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to talking to you next time.